guys, speedx here, back here with another video, and today I'm going to be discussing the balance changes in Clash Royale and how I feel about them. So, you know what, let's actually get started. The first one on the list is the Royal Ghost. So it's damage -6, invisibility from delay from 0.7 to 1.2, and then the hit speed delay from 1.7 to 1.8. Personally, I think this is actually some pretty good changes. So it'll go invisible much later, and the hit speed will be the speed of an electric wizard, which is pretty good. Damage, this might make it actually cannot one-shot goblins at tournament standard, because I think he does about 220 at tournament standard, so he shouldn't be able to one-shot them. But I don't know. He might be still able to one-shot them because he's splash, but you know, let's see how about that. But overall, I think those are some pretty good changes right there. Zappies, target air, ground, and air. Now this one's actually pretty good because people have been wanting this for a while. Same thing, I kind of want Zappies to be buffed too because I never used them. So today I just upgraded them from like level 2 to level 7. That's my changes on those. So this should be able to go against against minions or like against bats. But the bats changes is going to come up next. Hunter, range 5 to 4 tiles and a bullet spread slightly smaller, but the projectile range remains 6.5. Now, for people saying that this is a nerf, it's not a nerf. This is totally not a nerf because the range, it doesn't make sense for it to be 5 because it doesn't even do a lot of damage like at very far range. The bullet spread makes a lot of sense. It's a shotgun, like it's supposed to spread as a shotgun, but not too much. The range will still be 6.5, which is still pretty good. So like an executioner, like the executioner's range is 4 or 4.5 around there, and then it goes out for much longer. So the hunter buff is actually pretty good. The night witch has been seeing a bit of trouble, but it's been used in a lot of golem decks, for example, or giant night witch decks, whatever. But it's in the bounce respawn clicker. This one's pretty self-explanatory, so you get what I'm saying here. So it'll be much more effective. Bats from 1 to 1.1 seconds. Probably because bats have been used a lot in the meta. Same thing with mortar. It transitioned from using goblins from mortar to bats. So that's a reasonable change, I guess. It's not the same hit speed as goblins, so this might make goblins more effective or some other troops like minions or whatever, because bats are used a lot. Lava Hound, hit points are plus 5%. So this one should be more easy to use. The Lava Hound, like, you know, stuff of Lava Loon. So this just gives it a buff to Lava Loon, so I think this one's also self-explanatory. The one that I hate the most, which makes no sense because it didn't really get a buff or a nerf in my opinion, is the Goblin Hut. The spawn speed from 4.9 to 5 seconds. Only 1 less total, so why should we have 50 less damage at this point? I mean, that's not what the Goblin Hut needed. At least do something like buff lightning and increase its damage. That's all you gotta do probably, maybe. Well, that's my own opinion. So this Goblin Hut nerf makes no sense. This just makes no sense. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Hit points is plus 7%, and same thing with Lumberjack. They're basically both similar as they basically do both the same damage per second, and they're basically tank killers. Well, Lumberjack is used more in beatdown decks because of his rage effect. So that's what I gotta say about this. This actually makes it pretty good because going against tanks, like Mini P.E.K.K.A. is already going good against Giant, but now we'll make it even stronger. The last one is the Mortar. From the minimum range from 4.5 to 3.5. This one is a nerf. This one is a nerf because that will basically mean Executioner will now be in range of Mortar, so Mortar will now shoot it because sometimes if you place the Execution right in front of the Mortar will just lock on right away. So now targeting troops will be easier for the Mortar. So it'll not act more of a defense now. So this card promotes Mortar Hog, as the Mortar will be used as a defense more often than the Mortar used offensively, but Mortar decks could still be the same around there. Maybe use a little bit less, but not what I think. Now, what I think might be meta are gonna be something like Golem again. Golem's still gonna be meta because of the Goblin Huts, and that's how so annoying the Goblin Huts are. But the Royal Ghost could possibly be replaced with Lumberjack. That's what it might be. So it might be another Golem beatdown with Goblin Hut. So now, guys, you gotta get your counter decks ready. I put a P.E.K.K.A, put an Inferno Tower, anything that's Inferno-like or whatever, or just takes down tanks in general. Hog's still gonna be same, usual, but Hog has been seen a decrease in use because of all these Golem decks or Royal Ghost decks, but Royal Ghost can be used much less, so yeah. That's all I gotta say for this balance changes, so hopefully you enjoyed them, hopefully you agree with what I'm saying. So, you know what, guys, that's it for this video. Stay tuned to my other videos, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.